Good afternoon, Pool Player Nation. Welcome back to Pool Dog Arena in Las Vegas for continuing coverage of this year's APA Pool Player Championships. I'm your host, Jason Bowman. I'm joined by the striking Viking, the Hall of Fame legend, Ava Lawrence. Ava, 2 matches down, 2 still to go here in the 9-ball shootout. Up next is the Gray Tier with the $10,000 first place prize package on the line.
Yeah, we're almost home for the 2023 PPC, the Pool Players Championship, and it's going to be an interesting match. We have a player from New York. We have seen several players from New York in the past, but the first time ever in the finals, we have a player from Idaho, Boise, Idaho. So that's kind of neat. You know, there's a lot of different states. Most of them have made it out here at some point, but first time for Idaho.
I'm sure some folks back in New York and Idaho will be tuning in, rooting on their respective players. Before we meet our finalists in the 9-ball shootout, let's give you a quick breakdown of some of the key rules. Of course, APA rules apply here. Coaching is not allowed as this is a singles or individual play competition. As I mentioned, 4 championships to be decided today, 1 in each skill level tier. We'll be watching the Gray Tier this afternoon. That is your skill levels 6 and 7. Now we can meet our championship finalists. As Ava mentioned, from Boise, Idaho, we have Alec Cope, skill level 7. From Clinton Park, New York, we have Greg Spath, also a skill level 7. And as we already mentioned, $10,000 or $10,000 prize package on the line. Runner-up will take home a $5,000 prize package. We're going to see that this match is an even race, 55 points for one of these guys will win it. Each ball pocketed here is worth 1 point. The 9-ball is worth 2 points. I think the players are ready to begin. Let's take you into the arena to get this match underway. And we will see Alec Cope breaking the first rack. The Gray Tier of the 9-ball shootout. Avoids the scratch there, pockets a ball on the break.
Conveniently, the 1 ball came all the way back down, as it so often does, to the side of the table where he ended up with the cue ball. So open shot on the 1. Not a lot of angles, so he's going to have to take a tougher shot on the 2, that's for sure. And as you can see, the 3, 8 are tied up, so that's going to be an issue.
Alec has been playing pool for 3 years. I want to give a shout out to his friends Nate and Jamie for being in his corner through this whole experience, as well as everyone back home in Idaho cheering him on.
I think he's looking at the combo here. Nice play. Let go of the 2 ball a little bit. That didn't get thick enough of a hit on the 2 to leave it there in front of the pocket.
I got a message from Alec's league operator, Charisse, today saying how proud everyone was of him back in Idaho. First time they've had a player here in the championship match. So they're all very excited, I'm sure, tuning in.
I have a feeling we're going to see a defense. No.
Nice.
Had it just enough of the 3 ball to hit it directly. Both of these players are on the higher end of this tier. This is the skill level 6, 7 tier. Nice shot. Well, just did not get enough action on that cue ball to come out for the 8, so he's going to be looking at a bank again. Luxury is if you make it, the 9's right there, but not enough juice. He could have possibly gone the double bank there, but instead, Greg's going to have a chance to pick up 3 points here, stay in the match.
Greg Spath here from Clinton Park, New York, also a skill level 7. As we mentioned, both players will need to get to 55 points to take home the 9-ball shootout championship in the Gray Tier.
Have one of my room owners from the Coastal Carolina APA here, Brent Hudgens, said, I can't wait till next year having me commentate for him. I think that the player from our area that won the 8-ball red tier kind of lit a fire under everybody at home going, wait, if Jonathan can do it, I can do it.
All right. So after the first rack, Alec Cope leads Greg Spath 7-3. We're going to hear a quick word from our friends at pooldog.com. And we are back here in Pool Dog Arena. Greg Spath now with his first break of the match, second rack in this race to 55. Greg picked up 3 points at the end of that last rack.
Well, nothing on the break. A dry break here. We're going to see what Alec can do. There's no push out in APA regular play. You'll see that in Masters, but not in regular play. We're going to see what he's going to do here. This is a tough hit. Can't get between the 5 and the 2. A lot of traffic to go through. I don't know if he can go down 1 or even 2 rails. Everything looks pretty much blocked. And he can't do too much with the cue ball either as far as spinning it with a lot of spin because it's so close to the cushion. So he's a bit limited what he can do here. Let's see if he can go down. I don't know. I don't like it. No. That was a tough hit. Both of these players look very composed. You know, I know that unless you have played here, you do not know how much pressure there is in this situation. It's totally different than what we've been playing on, what you play on league night, singles boards, regional championships, and then the whole week in the big tournament room where there's 300 plus tables. And then all of a sudden, the lights are bright here with the television lights set up. There's a crowd sitting here just watching your every move, and you know that not only are there thousands of people watching, but you also have everybody at home going, expecting you to do something, rooting for you, so you kind of have that weight on your shoulders too. So everybody handles pressure differently. Some live up to it, and some have a hard time handling it.
I'll bring Alec back to the table. For all the viewers just now tuning in, this is the gray tier of the APA 9-ball shootout. The last 2 matches to be decided at the Poolplayer Championships this year. We have the gray tier right now. 3:30 p.m. Pacific, we'll have the black tier. It's going to feature 2 skill level 9s going head-to-head. Encourage you to come back and check out that match as well. Should be a great one.
And that will be the end of the event.
That'll be it.
Yeah.
They'll kick us out of here after that.
Yeah,
Send us on our way.
Time for you to start tearing down,
Yeah.
Jason. That's going to take a while just doing that. Oh, no, he came up short. Came up short. Great opportunity here for Alec to take charge of the second rack. Perfect drawback. It's going to have an automatic angle here to make the 4 and drift up for the 5. 7 looks good. 8. This could be, I could clear up this table right here. Oh, twisted that. We see that so often.
Saw that last match.
Fundamentals,
a couple
people,
times.
work on your fundamentals. And it's so important to do that, so when you do get under pressure, you can count on them. But if you don't have the solid fundamentals, all of a sudden there's that twist in the elbow or dropping the shoulder, or we have somebody asking Jonathan Neiman if he did cut his hair, for those of you who watched that match.
Not yet.
The mullet man.
He's working on it, I
Yeah.
understand. I'm going to stay on top of that story for you folks.
That was he's a fun guy. All right, the cue ball is going to get down just enough to get a good angle here. Very makeable 5. And this could result in Greg taking the lead here. He runs these, he'll be up 11-9 in a race to 55. Got a long way to go yet. Sorry, while we're watching him do his thing here real quickly, there's a conversation between players from other areas that followed along, I guess, with our commentary. Asked if he cut his hair off yet, and he said not yet. 3.5 years of growing it and having it permed, all to have it cut off. Hashtag worth it.
Yeah.
So I thought I'm sure that was worth it. All right.
Greg Spath pockets that 9 in the corner. Takes an 11-9 lead. As we said, this is a race to 55. Still a long way to go here in Pool Dog Arena. Shout out to our sponsors. Of course, we've mentioned the folks at Pool Dog. They are our presenting sponsor of all of our coverage from the Pool Player Championships. Diamond tables, 316 of which here at the Pool Player Championships.
Boy, they got that done quickly, didn't they? Because anybody that knows been trying to order a diamond table for their pool room or their bar, there's a wait time. These tables don't make themselves when people are sleeping. You got I mean, it takes a while to produce these, and they were able to get it done. And then these tables are going to be showing up again, and then some at the championship in August.
Powerful break. Yeah, I'm not sure if we have more or less tables in August.
Well, I guess there's less.
There's less space because of all the team seating that's
and
needed.
less people as far as.
Well, there's more people, but you need
less
more
matches.
more seating for people. So, or it may be right about the same. I'm not sure, but also want to make sure I mentioned Action Cues and Aramith Billiard Balls, our other 2 sponsors here. Greg Spath is at the table still. Pockets the 1 in the corner.
He may have to take the tougher shot here, or I think that's the smarter shot if he can. I mean, you got an option to either hit this in here to keep the cue ball down in this area for the 3, or obviously he can play it into the side, drifting the cue ball up and down, back down for the 3 in the side. Well, not a bad turnout, is it? Yeah, he kind of said, sorry about that, buddy. Again, it's usually gets way more punished when you are faced with a miss of your opponent where you can't hit it than somebody kind of slopping a ball in, because that usually loses position also. So nice, classy move there to kind of say sorry. It's part of the game, though.
All right, ball in hand to Greg Spath. Just wanted to verify with the referee first before he picked it up. Always smart.
All right, looks like he's going to go just straight down. I don't know if he's got enough angle. No, he's going to, oh, wow. He's going to go ahead and play the combo, I guess, or a defense. He could hit the left side of the 3 softly. Cue ball goes into the rail and sneaks right up on the 5. But he's going all out.
Does not make the combo there. Table is back to Alec.
That's a good shot. Kept his head down that time. Oh, wow. Well, he's not afraid to shoot the long shots, that's for sure. Kind of a key shot here. The 8-9 combo looks very makeable. Can get that 6. Nope. His turn to get away with it a little bit. Left an easier shot though than Greg was faced with, but he does have a bank here. And again, we don't see 9-ball players playing too much defense. In the pros, you'll see it all the time. In amateurs, nowhere near as many as in 8-ball. On the way back, that's the common make here. That double bank, is it going to get enough juice? Nope, no good. Yeah, these pockets are 1/4 of an inch wider than a diamond table, bar table that you may have seen in your local pool room or bar. But they also play a little bit looser because of how dry it is here, and the brand new balls, brand new cloth. Simona's 860. So it's going to slide in a little bit more. Tables in the tournament room, they tightened up because there's been so much play on them, but this one has not had anywhere near as much play, so still acting like a new table. New cloth, I mean.
Greg picks up 2 more points there at the end of that rack. Now leads by 6. Again, this is a race to 55. Good look here at Pool Dog Arena. A lot of folks made their way down to check out these last couple of matches of this year's great event. Still some seats down here, though, if you want to come on down. Looks like they got the doors closed
Yeah, I
out
just
there.
noticed the doors are
I'm not
closed.
sure why the doors are closed, but rest assured you're welcome to enter the arena.
I have a feeling the guard that's sitting there doesn't necessarily, he may have closed them.
Yeah.
Not knowing that, thinking that once the production starts.
Maybe so. Well, don't be afraid to open the doors
Solid.
if you're out there wanting to come in.
Wow, what a break that is. Holy smokes. What a layout this. If he can make, this is obviously the key ball. Cue ball coming down here and up again for the 3. And he should be home free to take all 10 points in this. So this is the one.
Greg wanted to make sure that we gave a shout out to his wife, Kimberly, and his son, Christopher.
Nice shot and nice speed as well. That was about almost as perfect as you can get. Just tap this in. And that's a big deal, getting 10 points here. Already had the lead. And that was after Alec started so strong at this first rack that he played. It looked like he was never going to miss a ball. But you know how 9-ball goes, especially at this level, skill level 7. Making 3 balls on the break and the balls are open. A run out is obviously very attainable when you're at this level. Somebody asked about North Dakota. That is the only state we don't have play.
Looking for the right league operator
Yeah.
there. If you know anybody that's interested, we would love to get that 50th state.
And I'm sure there's a lot of players too in North Dakota. We would love to play, so somebody's got to take charge. Contact the national office. Kevin Hinkebine will set you up and let you know what it all entails, and go to training, learn what APA is all about. Not just league play, but the side stuff, the other stuff that we have to do and deal with, and make sure that we cross all our T's and dot all our I's as league
Right.
operators. But it's probably the most fun job you'll ever have. Oh, nice. All 10 points, people. Break and run. Give the man his patch.
Greg Spath opening up a significant lead now in this gray tier, the 9-ball shootout, now with a 16-point lead. Again, race to 55, so still some time for Alec to turn things around.
Oh, yeah.
Going to be tough, though, if Greg's keeping him off the table.
Yeah. One of the few sports where you're helpless in that chair. I played Allison Fisher once, and she won the lag. And then the only shot I had a chance of making a ball was kicking at a 2-ball, and I lost 9-0. It was winner breaks, and I
Wow.
just sat in my chair.
That's tough.
Yeah. I got revenge the next time we played.
There you
but
go.
That was one of my only donuts shutouts I've ever had to endure. But then
Nothing there on the break, so
Nope.
Alec is back at the table now, trying to reduce that lead of his opponents.
If he puts a little bit of draw on this, if he can make it in the side, he'll go straight into that 2-9. I don't like that. Oh no, there we go again. See how often that happens? Where really, really work on understanding the tangent line.
Some frustration there for Alec. And an opportunity for Greg, ball in hand. That 1 ball is a dead ball. So there are now 9 points on the table.
Well, it's pretty clear that the 9-ball doesn't pass by the 4, where I think he would have shot it by now. He's looking at a defensive shot here. I would hope, or would think. Even hitting and sticking and sending the cue ball back. Yeah, let the cue ball go a little bit. Can the 6 help him? No. Remember, when you do play a safety like that too, is focus on 1 ball. Focus on getting the cue ball behind the 5-6, or getting the 2 ball behind the 6-8. Trying to focus on both balls is not only difficult, but usually results in opening them up. You're trying to do too much. So just focus on one, either the cue ball or the object ball. I think we're going to have a quick 2-pointer right here, the 4-9 combo. No. A few little things just not working for Alec the last couple racks. While skipping the last one, nothing worked because he never got a
Didn't have
shot.
chance,
so.
yeah.
Again, look for the blockers. You got the 6 and 8. That's a pretty big area to send a cue ball to. 5-7 is another option. Could also try to bank the 4 ball in the corner, send the cue ball opposite side of the table. He's looking to maybe cut the 4. That's a pretty severe cut. And he hit it perfectly. And check that speed out. That was great.
Greg is now 26 points away from victory. Make that 25.
Alec's job now is to sit in the chair and just wait. Forget about the mistakes. Forget about the score. This game can turn just as quickly the other way, obviously. You know, Greg could get ahead like this. Alec could come with just as much. Just needs an opportunity at the table now and kind of keep his cool a little bit and not get weighed down by the mistakes, and also not worry about trying to make it too fast. You know what I mean? You still got to play. You can't make 20 points just like that. You have to grind your way to it. All right, he kept his head down. He's going to get down there. Unfortunately on the rail, but I would bet he's going to make this 9 ball. Just got to stay down, take a shorter backstroke, and follow through.
No problem there. Greg Spath now up to 35 points. Needs just 20 more to take home the gray tier of the 9-ball shootout. He will have the break. Meanwhile, his opponent waiting for another opportunity.
For those of you who follow the Pro Tour at all, you should pay attention and check out on poolplayers.com. I mean, Pool Players Facebook page and all other streaming media. There's that Billiard Digest Live with Mike Pinoso has been doing some interview, and you guys have some more upcoming as well, correct?
Yeah, our next episode, I think, is May 24th.
Great.
But that's been a fun show. We produce that right there at our studio in St. Louis. And Mike Pinoso, like you mentioned, has been doing Billiards Digest magazine for 40 years. So it's all about what's happening on the Pro Tours. You've got 2 substantial Pro Tours out there now with Matchroom and Predator doing their things. And, we thought we would just
WPBA.
WPBA, yeah. We thought we'd just kind of bring the world, the APA world, some information and get them a little more educated on the professional side of things. Greg Spath now with 36 points.
He got there. I believe Alec can hit the 1 ball, but I don't think it's makeable. Judging from the angle we can see, no, it's not. Going to try to curve it. Put some left curve on this to hit it. To get some love on there. Yeah. Didn't leave an easy shot. Let's see how confident Greg is if he'll jack up here and hold the cue ball, cutting it into this corner. Just got to be careful so it doesn't slide up. The table is fast, so cue ball doesn't slide up. It gets behind the 8 or 4. Gonna have to dig in. Really hit low so it doesn't slide up. Nice shot. Just like that. Couldn't play that much better than that.
He's in a groove.
Yep.
The lead continues to grow.
And we saw such an amazing battle the first tier, the first match we had today between skill level 3 and 4, and they were playing neck and neck, and it was down to like 2 balls. It was
Yeah.
an amazing match. They just took turns taking the lead, and it was a little more lopsided the last one. One
Yeah.
player kind of took off, and then we'll see here if hopefully Alec can get back into it a little bit, if nothing else, to please the crowd with a close match, and also everybody in Idaho that is watching and rooting for their guy who is representing the state of Idaho for the first time in the finals here out in Las Vegas in any discipline. But Greg's going to be tough to beat here. He looks very confident. I think the nerves are gone now, if there were any to begin with, and he's got the confidence of knowing he's got almost a 30-point lead. He gets out here, only needs 10 more.
Yeah, he's kind of hit
And the
another
break.
gear. He's
Yeah. The layouts have been somewhat kind to him here for a couple of racks. It hasn't had to come with something super major. And sometimes the table decides who's going to win, and all you can do is fight to try to change that. But so many matches you've been in, you're playing well, but nothing seems to open up. And every time you step to the table, it's a mystery. And other times you may not be playing the best of your life, but the table says it's your day today. So all you can do is try again if that's how it turns out. But I got to tell you, Greg is playing really, really confident right now. All right, nice run out there.
2 more points. Now 10 away from victory, Greg Spath is. He will once again have the break. A break and run here, Ava, and this match will be over.
Yep.
He has really taken off.
Get a question about the cue ball for those who were out here. That's an Aramith ball. It's exactly like the ones that was played on, but because it's streamed matches on television when we did ESPN, as soon as somebody came up with the idea of the dotted ball, it's been used. Same thing in streaming matches on social media and YouTube. It's because you can actually see the spin on the ball. So if you're interested in learning anything, especially when you're watching someone who is a higher skill level than you and you're trying to learn something, you can watch what kind of spin they put on the ball. A lot of times it's interesting when somebody breaks to see if they're hitting it clean center ball or if they're putting spin on it or accidental spin. That was as solid as you can see right there. That is what a perfect break. He's got one issue, and that is the 2 ball. That's going to be the key ball here. He would love to get in the spot where he is right now. Obviously, there are 6 pockets. One of them is blocked, and that is the one in the side. And it's tricky to get past the 6 ball. So we'll see what he's going to do, what he chooses to do for position here. That's certainly not an easy shot, but he does have one in the corner. He's going to have to shoot it all the way down here unless he goes for the combo. The beauty of what I don't like about the combo is then he's going to get stuck with a blocked pocket again with the 4 because the 2 ball will come over in this direction. So you're better off shooting the 2 ball down here, cue ball coming across, and you're going to have a shot at the 3 ball. And that kind of a two-way shot there. Alec's been sitting for a long time, and he's going to have to come with this long shot on the 2. Nice stroke. Is he going to get a shot here? Slow down. No, I think the 6 ball got in the game. No, you could see it. All right, the rail first. Well done. All right, Alex says don't count me out yet. I'm still here. It would be big if he could run these and have the break after that. Really try to put something together, especially with Greg only needing 7 points at this point. Ouch. Well, got a little bit lucky there at least. Looks like the move here is to play 1, 2 rails and try to make this 6 ball cue ball will feed right out here. It's just hit it a little bit long. Good try.
Another opportunity for Alec. Try to get back in this match.
Oh no. Jabbed at that one a little bit. For those of you who haven't been in the situation when you're down by this much, it's hard to get really pumped. Like really,
Sure.
I got this, as opposed to if he was losing by 15 points and feeling like he was in the match.
Look at that.
Yeah. Trick shot. Things tend to go Greg's way right now. Not only is he playing incredibly well, but the little things go his way more often than not. That happens a lot. It's like I said, the pool gods, or if it's the table or whatever it is, it's kind of favoring Greg, and he has taken full advantage of it so far. All right, good shot. Managed to get all the way around, but as always happens, always seems to happen, the cue ball just settles on the rail, making it that much tougher to make the ball.
Doesn't pick up the final 2 in that rack, so he's still 5 points away from victory.
A little smile from Alec there, going, okay, so now I got this shot now. Finally get back to the table from a miss, and I'm faced with this shot. The bank is tough not to avoid a double kiss. Cut shot is, as you can see, incredibly difficult. So he's going to go with a defensive shot. No, didn't work. Hit it a little too thin.
Greg picks up those 2 points after all, now sitting at 52. 3 points away from victory. He will have the break.
Let's see the nice arena. Look at that payout, huh?
$858,830.
And again, I stress it's an amateur event with that kind of a payout. I wish we had that in the pros.
Of course, the payout here is a $10,000 prize package to the winner, $5,000 to the runner-up. And right now, it certainly looks inevitable that Greg Spath will be your champion, but still needs 3 points.
Solid break. That 6 ball is going to spin in.
Needs 2 points.
2 points. Thin to win here on this 1 ball. Not easy considering where the cue ball is, but if you can make that and avoid coming down here and hitting the 4, you can get anywhere in the center of the table here, and this could be the end of it. All these players coming out here. How many do we have in this tier? Do you remember?
Let's see if I can find that for you.
See if he can keep his
This
head
tier
there.
had 217 players.
Oh, it jumped up a little bit. 217, and these are the last 2 standing, so no matter what the outcome is of this match, runner-up should really feel pretty good about it. I know everybody wants to perform and well and have a chance to win, but there you see it. Black tier is up next. Your 9s are coming into town.
Couple big dogs.
Yep.
That'll be 3:30 Pacific time. Just under an hour from now. And that will cap off our Pool Player Championships this year. Greg with an opportunity now to finish this match out.
Just bring it out to center table. Oh, no, that's not center pocket. Wrong one.
New life now for Alec.
That's also one of the most common scratches. We've all done that. But just finding if you hit it, the ball, the hair too thick, even if you have the perfect spin on the cue ball, if you hit it a little thicker, it's going to go straight in the drink.
Someone is saying APA will never go to double elimination. Well, that's true because of the length of time it would take to complete these tournaments would not be realistic as much as we love it here in Las Vegas.
I had someone working, Heather Lacadas was working for us early on when we first took over the league 14 years ago, and she said, there's only 6 players here. Can I just do double elimination, 8 ball? And I said, no, we do modified. And he said, well, can I just do what everybody wants to do? I'm fine with doing it. And the tournament started 11 in the morning, and she wasn't done till after midnight. So you don't realize how much longer it takes.
Adds a lot of time.
And yeah, this tournament would be.
When you're talking the numbers of participants we have,
yeah, this
just not
tournament,
possible.
and for players having to stay out here for, 10 days, that's just the expenses of that for the players and the staffing and the volunteers that are out here helping out, just like in any other pro sport. I mean, it would just be too much. It's different if you have a pro tournament where players play faster, matches don't take necessarily as long, but it's also just one 64-man board or whatever it is. But yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I think it's good that there is at least that one chance, you can actually have a chance to play twice. For those that have the goal of losing twice,
With the modified
I think
single,
your
yeah.
attitude is a little wrong.
Yeah.
It's about winning.
Guaranteed to play at least twice.
Yeah. So you have at least a match to warm up. All right, here we go. It looks to me that Greg's a bank shot away. Should be built in position here if he does make this 7, I would think. There's
Nice.
1, and if it slows down,
He's got a shot here.
looks like we're going to crown our 3rd champion of the day with only 1 to go.
The
There you
8-ball
go.
falls. Greg Spath is your 9-ball shootout champion in the gray tier. See if we can get a quick word in with Greg about his victory.
Congratulations on winning the 2023 APA 9-ball shootout. How are you feeling right now?
A little overwhelmed.
A little overwhelmed. Did you feel any pressure coming into this arena today?
Yeah, a lot.
Did you expect to be standing here?
No, not at all.
So when it came down to the last ball and you were shooting it, how confident were you in making that ball?
Oh, I had to make it. It was game point. I had an easy shot for the win. I had to go in.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations again. Did you have any shout outs that you wanted to give to anybody today?
Just to my wife, Kimberly, and Christopher, who should be watching. Now I can come home because I won. So I fulfilled my part of the bargain.
Congratulations again on winning the 2023 APA 9-ball shootout. Ava, Jason, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Ayana. Greg's coming home, folks,
Yeah,
and he's
that's right.
bringing the trophy with him. Congratulations to our 9-ball shootout champion, Greg Spath. He's, again, taking home a $10,000 prize package. We appreciate you folks tuning in this afternoon. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the finals of our black tier starting at 3:30 p.m. That is Pacific time, and that's all part of our continuing coverage of this year's APA Pool Player Championships. Thanks for joining us.